waited a whole day. A whole day to figure out what happens next. I'm in suffering. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Yeah, I was gonna... That's such a... Hi, Edgar. Look who decided to show his face. Okay, but in all seriousness, I am not mad about that. I don't think I will. I don't think I will. Shut up. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed... I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently, but he'd never take someone's life. Never. But I feel bad. Womp womp, I guess. I don't know, if you really want to make it up to me, then I'll think of something eventually. Just don't worry about it. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I am swooning in the aisles. Huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint. Whoa there, buddy! That's a minor! You can't just... I still have the little shark I could've given you from Con. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Right on. Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. What is this love triangle that's going on? Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy! You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. Oh, he's gone insane. But seriously, Nick. That boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. I just spoiled the mood, Larry. Obviously, Butts loves Nick, Nick loves Edgy, but Maya loves hamburgers. Obviously. I don't know, in my opinion, I think both Butts and Edgy love Nick, and Nick is completely clueless of the matter. Hey, I'm just the guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and... who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me. Right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Enough of the silent treatment. Crazy. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true, but when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me. Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry. Kinda forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear the story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. Oh my god! This is it. This is the plot twist. Nick is actually Makoto Naegi from Danganronpa. This is a... what's the word? Like... this is an epilogue to Danganronpa. A class trial? You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade. A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. I don't know, I think that's par for the course for every school, man. Huh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 and still inside. Oh, yeah. Now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. We were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skip PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in the class said I should be put on trial. Every single one of them, collectively. Just like, damn, this kid definitely did it. We should put him on trial. And then they have an actual trial. Trial? So the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. And the teacher's allowing this? I didn't do it. Guilty. He did it. Guilty. It was you. Thief. Give the money back. You're such a meanie. No one play with him. Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth. We're not gonna play with you anymore. Yeah, and what? Okay. Give me back the 50 cents I loaned you. Hey, did you... Okay. Now, Phoenix, you know, you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. Oh my god. First of all, this is like the nicest class I've ever seen. Like, listen. Maybe the school I went to just kind of sucked. But like, at my school, kids, if a kid stole someone else's money, no one would give a shit. Everyone would be like, oh, damn, crazy. And like, and even no one would care unless the money was stolen from like one of the popular kids. Yeah, your school does suck. I know. Oh god. Horrible bullying problem. Among other things. And also, the fact that the teacher is like, yeah, these kids totally did their research. Which, I mean, you know, actually, that's par for the course. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad, I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection! How are these kids learning court phrases? He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles? You know, that checks out. That checks out, actually. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. Your Honor? This is so stupid. Nick is like, you two, you saved my life that day. And it's the most... It's... It's just so stupid. Elementary mock trial. Man. School would have been so much more fun if we did a mock trial. Man. I remember, like, in middle school or something, my history teacher, I think, was like, oh, we'll hold a mock trial around the end of this, chapter, or whatever. Never happened. The teachers in that school never lived up to their promises, bro. SMH. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah. What? Okay. Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Sound logic from Larry. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Unrealistic. My old school genuinely couldn't care. They would just send you to detention with the vice principal. Yeah. That's, fuck. That's private schools for you, I guess. Fuck. Wow. I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Oh my god, why are we still talking about this? Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. Nick, do you have something to tell us? I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. My endless line of water bottles and Diet Coke. At least you're drinking water, I guess. A famous defense attorney. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts." The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought, too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it, though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Yeah. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. This is so incredibly gay. Listen. I am of the opinion that two male friends can just love each other platonically, but there is nothing platonic going on here. We have to save Mr. Edgeworth. It's the last thing we do, okay? Right. Very well, maybe. Oh my god, kitten! Kitten's arrived! First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Okay, whodunit? Boat shop caretaker, from the looks of it. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth? I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, alright. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous! Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. No, Maya, she repressed it all after his father's death. Definitely. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny a reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, right, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Okay, well that doesn't make... That doesn't lead to an innocent verdict. That leads to a guilty verdict and then getting sent to a facility. Like... Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. See, that's easier to believe. On that day 15 years ago, I robbed a cheese bowl a few miles away during the distraction. Crazy. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. Are you sure? I learned everything I know of the courtroom. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. Court and his personal life. He's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right! Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. I'm kidding. If I'm wrong, Von Karma basically took Edgy in after his father's death. Checks out. Might explain why Edgeworth has double the daddy issues now. Oh, shit. Nothing I should propose for now. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gone back yet. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do. Good luck! Then I assume I have to go here. Ugh! Hey, long time no see! Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Oh, there he goes. Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one more thing. Ah! Me too, Maya. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotta was camping. The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. Now he can go in for a while. I guess Law's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow! Whodunit was referring to the thing saying kitten 3 times. Whoopsie! Steel eyesore's missing. Eyesore? Okay, the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. If only Nick had that luxury. That old caretaker got away. Mm-hmm. Never imagined he might be the real murderer. Was it you? No. Why would... In times like this, I can only respond with a resounding no. I know that clearing of the throat anywhere. What the fuck are you doing here? Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. Or was it hushed? Finger slipped. Rest in peace. Whoopsie! We all make mistakes, don't worry. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Oh. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? He's the real villain. Nobody's home. Polly! I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick? You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. At least know about her anyway. I'm sure we'll do something. Oh, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's gonna hate me. Great. They are the best siblings ever. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? Let's open it, Nick. Come on! I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Aww. But hey! He keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. There might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Aw, boring. The parrot is a witness. Holy shit, Maya is using her brain. Literally. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Wait. It said it's very clear, precise handwriting, and Edgeworth was talking about how Von Karma has to do everything perfectly. What if that is Von Karma's handwriting? Might be a stretch, but hear me out. Edgeworth! Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Pulling Edgeworth out onto the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail. I shall not put a comment on this. I'm right, aren't I? What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like there were instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who would have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Who would just leave this? I think this guy might actually be insane if he didn't destroy that or anything. Oh. Shit. One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. Where the fuck is he? Shit. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge? On me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So he was following this letter then? Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. 2 men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says, this is your last chance. Last chance. Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Edgar, don't crash out. Don't crash out. Do not input. Edgar is crashing out. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. He just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned, darkness closed in on us like in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier! I want to get out! Help! Get us out! Don't shout! You'll just use up more oxygen! That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed that oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed in court and Yogi was found innocent. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing, in the dark. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What are you? Stop breathing my air. He's attacking Father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day's in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. That's such perfect timing, what the hell? Who the hell? Holy shit! It's Nick! This is crazy. I can't. Thank you, Phoenix Wright 0 for the follow. Can't believe main character Phoenix Wright is here. I'm tweaking. With that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe... There is, Nick! There is someone else who knows about DL6. Finally! Oh my god, is he finally back? Yeah! Hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding! I can't believe you're not! I can't believe you're not? Fuck. My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened, It's Mr. Edgeworth. He... I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father? It's only a dream. Only a dream. I wonder. What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled? Well... Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. No, I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder and his career Yogi was suspected of murder and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. I will say though, like, I don't know if I don't know if, like, the law of, like, only being tried for a crime once is, like, it stands in this game. But, like, if it doesn't, assuming it doesn't, like, it would make more sense for him to try... Well, I guess not. I guess not if there's, like, if they couldn't find any proof at the time. Never mind. Never mind. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. You're right, and also in Japan laws are different. I know the laws are different in Japan, but it's like... It's hard to tell where this game's supposed to take place. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's a translation thing or something, but yeah. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result? He has a perfect win record in the fuck? To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And he lost. And died in despair, as it were. I see. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. With how the courtroom is set up, is Japanese-style courtroom just simplified? Damn. Okay. Then maybe, I don't know. Yet, Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. Okay, but like also, they were in a super dark room. Super dark room, oxygen deprived. I don't think he could have been able to tell who shot him. And I think in his father's logic, well, he would assume that his son wouldn't have shot him, and even if he did shoot him, it's like, oh well, I want to protect him anyway. So it's like, since they were the only two others in the room, and he couldn't have done it himself, he assumed that it was Yogi. But a possibility nonetheless. Crazy. Oh yeah, can I show you this now? Oh, so this is the letter? It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. His own sake? He never trusted his clients. Not one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. You'll understand soon enough. Wait. What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose writing was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Oh my god. Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Oh, well, I'm not sure. Huh? Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait! You're right! This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports. See? I'm so smart. What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was... Correct. Manfred von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Pastor uses brain cells. Why would it... Excuse you! Okay. Yeah, I assume this incident took place 15 years ago tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll see the completion of not one, but 2 trials. All thanks to statute of limitations. However, I'm afraid the damage the DL6 incident has done will never be eased. Okay, damn. He was a gifted man, his death was truly lost. I don't know what could have become of Von Karma were he alive. If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finally finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Because even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. Well, first of all, I think it's probably because Von Karma had something to do with the DL6 incident, but second of all, also, Von Karma was Edgeworth's mentor, so it probably came up, like, at least once, you would think. That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma. Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation... And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken many years of prosecuting. Someone get this guy therapy. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or, to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? See, he had something to do with it. I don't know what, but he had something. What do we do, Nick? Von Karma's going to bring up DL6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. Womp womp. I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. What? Thank you, Maximilian Galactica, for the follow. I wish I modeled animations for my model so I could give you a heart. If you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding someone are slim. I understand. Police materials. Hooray! So I assume... there's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy. Yogi. Huh, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. Staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. Don't say that, Maya! We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma's in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's in there. Von Karma? Yeah. He just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry. Oh no. Dusty as always. You're only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. Suspiciously open cabinet. Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says unsolved cases, evidence. Unsolved cases? Nick! The file for DL6. It's completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? Ugh! Old man jump scare. It's so strange seeing the other It's so strange seeing the prosecutors in a, what's the word? Front view. It took ages to get used to seeing Edgeworth from the front. Growling like a feral animal right now. Literally. Gonna bite this guy's arm off. You. How do you know my name? Huh? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other's every fuck. Now I can't talk. Okay. We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? I beg your pardon, you see. I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Crazy. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father. Always second rate. Mr. Von Karma. You had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? I grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? Son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Damn. Bro really pulled that card. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial, and it's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you'll lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. And that thing spawned the baddie that is Franziska von Karma. For real. I think I know who you're talking about. It's hard to get through. It's hard to not play this game for years and then not see all the characters. I assume you're talking about the pretty lady. Now that I think about it, they look alike. Girl must have gotten all her genes from her mom. We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. The pretty one with the whip. Yeah, yes, her! Oh, fuck. I don't think it's a good idea to present this. I don't... What a woman, for real. I don't... This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter. Nick has a serious problem with confronting murderers. Wait. That's not the word. Nick has a serious problem with confronting people he should not confront. I say as if I'm not the one who initiated the action. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? Oh damn. A stun gun for self-defense. Usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000. Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it. Usually. Now give me the letter. No! Oh. Oh, what are you? Nick, run! Oh. Game's over. She's dead. What doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. Maya! Out of my way. Oh. Game's over. He's dead too. He got us. The letter's gone, of course. He took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya! Maya, open your eyes! Maya! 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 Shaking. I was about to start shaking my monitor. The letter. Did he take it? Huh? Oh. Yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. Useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Oh damn. I think we need to take Maya to a psychiatrist. Someone get her a milkshake and like 10 blankets stat and throw on her Comfort Joe. There has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something. What is that? A bullet? DL6 evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Yay! I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. She did walk in on her sister's dead body after all. Yeah! Kinda forgot about that. Hooray! Now I kind of want to complete this trial less for proving Edgeworth innocent and more for proving to Maya that she can do something. Crazy how that works. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big deal? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. She reminds me of Pikachu. Like, I don't know. Like, how in... I think it was the OG series, when Ash first picks out Pikachu. Pikachu just, like, keeps shocking him. Kind of like a cat, actually. But, like... just imagine that, but, like, the Indigo League? Yeah. Like, just I imagine it's like that, except, like, non-threateningly. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. What are you doing? Sorry. I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right. Good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. What's gone into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. Must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Though he says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. And Maya goes on her murdering streak. Maya gets accused of a crime every 5 seconds, man. Oh my god, he actually said it! Right, very well. Don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Nick is so real. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Hate this guy. I don't know, something about him. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. Okay, you didn't need to... Hate this guy. Hate it. Well, I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday like I did. I wasn't running away or nothing. I, went to buy some food for Paul, you see. Figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So, my testimony yesterday stands as is. Objection, Your Honor. An innocent man will not say, I need a motive. An innocent man would say, I'm innocent. Maybe I'm nitpicking, I don't know. He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Johnny Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Hell yeah! Then why did you leave? He's just about to say why. It's so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking. If it's that quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. Fair enough, I guess. Food? Well, Polly is a bit of gourmet, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Oh, well, I kind of got lost, you see. How did you get lost? if you were supposedly doing this for years, assuming you've had this bird for years, then how did you get lost? I don't know. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. Womp womp. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please! Your Honor! Come to your senses! I figured I got nothing to do. You've lost much of your memory. Is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory? You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old what? I have no idea what that says. It's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. Oh shit, I need to save. Okay. Now I can go looking. I assume... Nope. Whoopsie. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. To prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Yeah, no shit! I'm sorry. Is this guy stupid? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. No! Nuh-uh! Or, are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Don't play dumb. Please tell us the witness's name. Gregory Edgeworth is crazy. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi! From the DL6 incident! Figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more, The witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on the file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. So, that makes sense. Nah, what are you smirking for this time? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. Then take his DNA or something. Like, take his blood or something. I don't know, there's more than one way. No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. What? No, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. Yes, he will! Yes! Tweaking. No. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? Seems that the case has been decided, no? No! I know what happened! I know everything! I just can't prove it! But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose! There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do we do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, hmm? Oh my god, I said that! I said that! I said that last time! Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Say that last part again. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to... Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. I predicted it. This is so stupid. Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. It is so stupid. I can't take this chapter seriously. What do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You are the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please, be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yeah, sure, why not? Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Karma's ripped every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. I can't. I'm gonna start sobbing. Holy shit. That's quite a bird. please tell us your name? Name! The witness is ignoring me. Must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Ahem. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us. Certainly the most concise testimony we've heard so far. That's what I'm saying. Very well. Begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anyone. Why are you doing that? Is this the boy failure I've heard about? I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Maybe I should get her to say her name? Polly! Polly! What's your name? I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? No, but I'm gonna lie and say it does. How is this game real? That's what I'm saying. Fascinating! You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen. We're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity. Well, I assume. Fiance Polly. See? That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on then? Show us, or stop wasting our time. Very well. Show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name? It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly? Exactly, Your Honor. You want to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. Why Von Karma's objection so demonic? That's what I said that in, like, the first part of this. Like, man. Anyway, it's demonic because he is in fact a demon. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. Guess that is possible. A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Whoa there, buddy. You can't just go out here accusing people of that. Alone is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right. But what? Very well. You may continue. Frankly, I can't believe you're speaking to the parrot. That's what I'm saying. Oh. Let's try this information. I recall. If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? No! How does that even happen? That's not what you're supposed to say! Forgot! Something we forgot! You're not saying hello. You're supposed to say hello. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it. It's ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot. Could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? How do you even do that? Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe. Safe? Why? Let's try to get her to say something, okay? Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack? 1228. Hi, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker? I mean, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ridiculous. How can a number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? I assume we have to look here again. Oh! December 28th, 1228. See? Can't believe this. The game's actually making me read. What's this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright. Where in this file is something relating to that safe number? It's on the case summary page. Case summary? Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. December 28th? Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. Certainly is an interesting coincidence. I don't think it's a coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. Von Karma, you can't say that in public. Now someone's gonna steal your card. This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence. That's all. True. That is a possibility. He's number 1 like that Lazy Town song. But I haven't heard that song in ages, bro. However, 2 coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember. No. It's okay. Oh! Oh my god, he locked in. Oh my god. Bro locked in hard. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Oh. Let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma. Where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There were a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Let's whip the confetti! Wasn't Von Karma? Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. What? What the fuck? Streamlabs is coming for you. I didn't set it up to do that! What the hell? Damn. One moment. What the hell? Damn. Streamlabs bot doesn't want to work yet. Didn't want to work yesterday. Now it's working too well today. Again, I don't know why it did that. Why it did that, considering I didn't set it up to do that. Refrain from using foul language. Bro. No, I'm sure Edgeworth thought about this one long and hard. This isn't my place to interfere. Nick, are you sure? There's nothing we can do about it. This is his problem now. For 15 years, I've had a reoccurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know. It wasn't a dream. Nani Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. For which decision? I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. I'm not either. It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Man. I'm sorry, right? I've just wasted all your effort. Yeah, you did! Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Survivor's guilt's crazy. Murder is murder, no matter the circumstances. It's crazy. Just crazy. Nick? What are you doing? Huh? I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. Yeah! What are you talking about? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. This is so gay. I say for the thousandth of time. Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. See, that's where you are at fault, Mr. Karma. How could... That is where you mess up, where you allow me to... Hi, kitty. Cat has arrived. The boy. The boy. The statute of limitations on, the DL6 incident ends today. Though it's Kitty, you're gonna have to lay down. I can't see. Lay down, please. Can Please. Please lay down. Though it's conventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. Lay down. Lay down. Yes. Thank you, such a good boy. VOD Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Mouse Edgeworth. I'm prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth... Can you lay back down? Oh, he moved out of the way. He's such a good boy. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please. Please. That day, I'd gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. Okay, but like, also, I'm pretty sure, like, actually no, I don't know enough about guns. But like, I'm pretty sure, like, just throwing a gun, especially a gun that has, like, its trigger protected, wouldn't fire it. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. The same clay Mr. Yogi made. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator? Yes. Myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed and no one came to help... What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. Crazy. Seems like not much changed since then. But then... What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. The gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. Scream. To this day, yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. But I don't know what it means. Better find it out quick. Wait, what does it contradict? What does it contradict? Oh shit. Oh yeah, I should also probably save. Anyway, what does it contradict? Who's Spanish? Who's Spanish saying? Sharp another a bullet found in the heart. A murder weapon is found. Oh! Hmm. But it also said. But it also said the thing was. Weapon was fired twice. It was fired twice. Yet only one was found. So it's either the photo or the case file, I assume. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream, then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. It no longer says I was timed out. Yippee! This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence, unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Mal Edgeworth's testimony? This guy's stupid. Look at this victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Okay. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? I sure do hope you're not chewing on my wires down there. Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. This guy's stupid. There's no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident, but there is. But there is. But there is. Do you have a point, Mr. Wright? The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with this case? Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you the proof. Impossible! Womp womp. Save your surprise for after you see the evidence. Show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? Yes, it's the photo, it's the photo, it's the photo. It's the photo. Cause it has the, yeah. He was shot here, and then there's also a shot up there, and there's like no blood trail or anything. His old mind's getting to him. Crazy. Can't just say that. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. You can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where are they? Are they? Your Honor, please. Please get a clue. Show the judge the clue. There we go. That should be obvious. Passive-aggressive king over here. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see. A bullet hole in the door. Your Honor. Are you stupid? Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasy got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. Okay, but what about off the scene? If the pistol hadn't indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. So, like, okay. Cause, if, assuming that the shot, when Edgeworth threw the gun, assuming that the shot that was fired was the one that went through the door, then he heard a scream, then he potentially shot someone that was outside the elevator. So, not necessarily. Can't find it on the scene if it's not on the scene to begin with. Oh, shit. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Methinks not. There was no clues yet. The mastermind of all these cases has been Von Karma, who is a perfectionist. Literally! Literally! Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. The murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. I don't know, man. Not exactly known for Nah, I'm not going there. Anyway. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet doesn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick? If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. Oh. You said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. Now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I'd like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. No. Accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations of the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Anyone else have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? Your Honor. I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Nick? I don't know. His case is perfect. No. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. Seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Oh, hi, Mia. Mia! Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed. But we just heard proof that it did not exist. No, it didn't. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just, someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet? But why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. What possible reason could they have had? To not be found guilty, duh. The reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them was... maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof? Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. A special bullet? Special bullet's crazy. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. No. Is this guy stupid? Huh? Why would they only take one of the two shots fired? Because the second shot proves that it couldn't have been someone in the elevator. What is this? Oh, right. Have you really thought this through? I'm going to have to penalize you. This isn't going so well. Then... why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. Murderer had no reason to take that bullet. They don't want to admit it, but it's true. They had to take it. Had to take it? The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but, the murderer had to take the bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance... For instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? Yeah, I guess that's how it worked, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. You are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. I'm saying, deny it. Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. Yeah. No one documented that had to do with the incident. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Oh yeah, the vacation. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Your Honor, there's a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. What? Von Karma. Von Karma? Von Karma is about to go off on Phoenix. You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing over there? You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating! Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. It's no use. I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. Probably didn't undergo surgery. Which would mean the bullet's still inside. That would leave a doctor as a witness. But he's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. I mean, like, if you have some tweezers or something, I feel like you could probably pull it off if you really tried, but... No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out yourself. Wait, what does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove I was shot? Oh, wait. Wait. Alright, Von Karma. I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? Evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... metal detector! I knew there was a reason why it was still in the inventory. I knew it! Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then, I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Yeah! impossible? For all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Bro's sweating. Oh, and look, he's clutching. He's even pointing to where we should look. How polite of him. I refuse. You refuse? Refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? The defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. No, not unless we take your clothes off. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Yay! He reacted. Something inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen. So, I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. Okay, then why didn't you just take it out? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. Okay, but we can take it out. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the word room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I didn't link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. It's the bullet. What a conveniently misplaced piece of evidence. A bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma? You will let us remove that bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Yep. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait. I know. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Yeah, I totally forgot that. Mr. Von Karma? So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death! Death! Crazy. Oh my god. We're still doing this? Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be Hellenized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I have ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button. Nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain. A horrible, burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Okay, but you just confessed to all that, so like... Also, I feel like the ironic part is that, like, after the bullet being in his shoulder for 15 years, I don't think it would still be in perfect shape. So, like, him freaking out is what did him in. So, him freaking out over not remaining perfect is what Who would have thought another man would come to open that elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now. End it. Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Finally! God, every time a not guilty verdict is brought in this game, I just keep thinking of that stupid text meme where it's like, I think we should break up. What the fuck is with the confetti? Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed. That was pretty close, though. Oh, sure we'd had it. You know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. Nope, he's confessing his love. I see. Thank you. Right. You're welcome. I think you could have done a better... I think you could have done better than that. Listen. Sorry. Not good at this sort of thing. Listen, Maya. He's already come so far with saying thank you. Don't push him to, like... Don't push him to do much better yet. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. Just got you there. Amazing! You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Oh my god. I feel foolish. You should. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, what the? Hey, Lotta! You look great in there. Thank you. Yeah, Edgeworth, congrats. Or thank y'all very much. It's so stupid. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Oh shit. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Hmm? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Oh, why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Keontae. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick! She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy. There you are. Yes. Here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Came along tonight, too. You come along tonight, too. My treat. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? The envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah. That's not that strange. That's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh. What a weird amount. I mean, it's not little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38! No. No! Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? He was absent that day from school, right? Well, it doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took a day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth? You didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right. You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the bugs. I know. Really, right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me! Now, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Nick's crashing out. Holy shit. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, you get worked up too easily, too. Death! The death sentence for both of you! Man, if only I'd known, I'd have become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Wanna switch, right? Hey y'all, light up. I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time! Let's go! And after that, dinner on me! I don't like how happy this ending is. Celebrate Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Crazy. Oh, I went overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Still only 5. I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium. In training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. No! Maya! Goodbye? What time is it? First trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya! So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Hmm? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Hmm? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? What? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you're the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Hmm? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay. I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon. See you soon, Maya. Maya, no! No! Thanks, Nick. Maya! Don't leave me! And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins, with the same old crazy cast of characters. I don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh my god. Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Now I believe it. Crazy. Nick? I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. I heard he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, when I sort of taught him everything. I'm sure he's grateful. Phoenix, right? The defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for. Oh yes, you should know. I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. I didn't know the first game was only 4 episodes. Ah yes, Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Phoenix, we're an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Do you know that they're... Oh my god. Atsushi Mori! Like from Bungo Stray Dogs! I sure owe that Mr. Right a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kids' dreams, you know. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. Sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She said she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? That's cute. That's cute. Cute that they actually stayed in touch. I thought that they made such good friends. Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk, Pink Princess. Over. Yeah. But you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. What a dog. I was kind of shocked for a boy of my tender age. I remember, right? That warrior guy. Me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. What the hell? You know the picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real? Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. I wouldn't say that's behind them, but you know. It's so cute. I'm gonna die. No, there's more. Hi, Hannah. You joined at a very bad time. We are literally just now finishing. You see that? Yeah. Oh, this game's so cute. I love it. My bad. Whoopsies. That's fine. Don't worry about it. In any case, my vocal cords are ripped to shreds, and I suppose I shall go now. Bye bye.